and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Good evening everyone, and it's Sunday, and this is a voice you don't usually expect to hear on a Sunday, and it's definitely one that you'll not be hearing, that often I hope. The Formula VRCs, we are kicking off Season 2 here. Season 2, Season 1? Season 2. Oh, Season 14. No, my brain's in a loop. I'm not ready for a Sunday. But welcome everyone, Phoenix Sim Sport, and we are hosting the Formula VRCs, and we're at Spa Francorchamps. This should be a really good one. Stepping in for Cluby this evening. He wasn't able to make it into the comms box tonight, but this will be a new thing going forward on a Sundays. Live streaming this wonderful mod for Assetto Corsa. Before we get into any further details, I'd just like to give a shout out to our affiliates at Asetek Sim Sport. So if you're looking for some new sim gear, wheels, pedals, clutches, handbrakes, everything sim related, get on down to those guys, check out the site, fill up your baskets and get to the checkout. And before you do, enter the code Phoenix Sim Sport and you'll get a lovely 5% off. So, this is a brand new thing for me. I have never really ran the Formula VRCs before, but we're going to give it a darn good go today. And we couldn't have chosen a better track to start off with. So very shortly we will be heading into qualifying in roughly a minute's time. So chat if you want, keep me company, keep me busy. Because for the most part I don't know what I'm doing with this series. I couldn't tell you who's going to be quick, I can't tell you who's going to be slow. But all I can tell you is this mod is fantastic. It's about as close to the real thing as you're going to get. And I'm going to be cheeky to say, from what I've seen already, it blows whatever EA's done out of the water. You can see we've got some custom liveries on the cars tonight as well. These guys are putting a lot of effort into their cars. And they're putting a lot of effort, I think, around the track. I'm not entirely sure on the numbers tonight. But if you are interested in joining this series, because we are definitely looking to pump up these numbers on the grid, head on down to Phoenix Sim Sport. You can find us through SimGrid. And you can also find us through the Discord link in the Twitch below. But yeah, these are about as realistic as you're going to get to the real cars. They have plank wear. They have all sorts of technical things going on about them. The setups of these are rather complex. And from what I'm hearing, the drivers are absolutely loving them. Absolutely loving them. A top tier mod. So yeah, if you're interested, come on down. There's not only the Formula VRCs that we've got Assetto Corsa Competizione, where we had an absolutely blinding session yesterday. 41 cars started that race round here at Spa Francorchamps. And just before, if you joined the stream a little earlier, you would have saw the start of the highlights reel. But if you check us out on YouTube, again, searching Phoenix Sim Sport, the entire VOD is up there, and we've also got it up on Twitch as well. And we have Le Mans Ultimate. It was really well streamed last night, but I had technical issues with Bahrain, as per usual, and unfortunately wasn't able to stream, so I suppose tonight's a little bit of a make back up. We've got the Tatuses, which run Thursday. We have MX5 that run Friday. As I said, on Saturday it is ACC and LMU. We've got the Formula VRCs here on a Sunday. We've also got the V8 Supercars and the Indy cars that are running, so they're definitely something that you want to keep an eye on. But we've got plenty, something for every single person here at Phoenix Sim Sport. So if you're interested in motor racing, interested in joining a solid league, you know where to find us. So we are just waiting for this session to end, and then we're going to get into quali, and then we're actually going to see these guys pushing these cars to their limit. If anyone else is pretty knowledgeable out the mod, please let me know in chat. We have got to look at the bend on the front wing under braking and load, as we see 419 making a bit of a mistake there. But I hadn't noticed that before. The wing compressing under braking. Now that was pretty cool. I must admit, the detail in that. Is anyone else out on track that can maybe follow at the moment? Maybe? Question mark? No. Minute and a half and we'll be starting qualifying, folks. So yeah, completely different. I am basically learning as we go on this one. But it should be fun. Absolutely fun. It's been a while since I've commentated in Formula 1, it has to be said. Or, sorry, a Formula 1 based mod. Yeah. I'm just going to be basically playing the catch-up game. From what I've seen in practice, yeah, it looks like Mav's got a lot of pace here. Kermit, another one with very rapid pace. Mr. Potts, good to see him back in another series as well. We do have a lot of drivers that I have never seen before that are obviously very exclusive to this series. So the likes of Kermit, Wayne, Ramon, Santino, Mr. Cook, Matthias, Gare. They're all, at the moment, exclusive to the Formula VRCs. New drivers to the community as well. So it's great to see the new faces. Great to see everybody joining in for some fun. And we are only a few seconds away now, but 20 seconds until quali kicks off. And then we'll be able to catch up with some seriously fast action on track. We are running the modified 2022 Spa layout as well. So it's not the base one that you get with Assetto Corsa. We are running a modded one with modded cars. So it should be interesting. But we are about to get started here at qualifying right now. And let's see who we're going to go on board with first. Who is the first one who is going to leave the pits? We got some drivers out. And let's go on board with 419 and see what we're all about. Outlaps are going to be pretty quick-ish around here. So 419 is still sitting in the pits. Mr. Potts is in the pits. Of course, I'm in the pits because I don't drive. And, oh, Rico has joined us as well, which is good to see. So we do have a fair number of drivers on the grid this evening. Loving the livery that Wayne's got on right there. Very, very big hats off nod to the 1998 Jordan that was driven by Heinz-Harald Frentzen and Damon Hill. Which, if you remember rightly, going back all those years and showing my age, was Spa. This track as well, 1998 in the rain, where we had that absolutely massive crash at turn 1. We had the big drama between Michael Schumacher and David Coulthard towards the end, where Schumacher went into the back of Coulthard and ended up driving a three-wheeler back to the pits, which then we saw quite a pit lane storming from the German. I'm going to go give my fellow patriot a bit of a telling off. And then obviously the team orders, which led Damon Hill to victory, his first victory since his 1996 championship winning season in the Williams. And then Heinz-Harald Frentzen coming in second. So a very famous day for the Jordans that day. A famous 1-2 for the team. And yeah, big hats off to Wayne for the livery, loving it. And you can just see the suspension arms working extra hard on this car. It's great to see, but look how the detail is amazing. So first outlap for Wayne completed. Let's have a little bit of an on-board as we go up Eau Rouge. No idea how to get rid of the stuff at the top. Couldn't tell you, so we're going to be stuck with it this race. Again, no idea when it comes to this series. 300 kilometers an hour up the crest onto the Camel Straight. It says 9th gear, it actually means 8th. But we are off. Nice and late on the brakes from Wayne. Can I get a nose cam so we can start to see the flex on the wing maybe? There you go, onto braking, the wing flexes and everything. The level of detail in this mod is absolutely something else. So a little bit of an onboard camera. Looks like the MFD is a little bit thingied. I mean, I can't imagine he's getting a huge amount of information out of that, but does look like he does know what he's doing. But yeah, these cars incredibly difficult to drive. As I said, you've got to think of all the plank wear, etc. Tyre wear is to the T, just how it should be in real life. We do have 15 minutes of qualifying left. And then it is a 34-lap Grand Prix that we'll be running. So roughly about 45 minutes in length, 45 to 50 minutes. It should be an absolutely action-packed race from start to finish. So Wayne is about to come across the line, and let's see what his first lap will be and what will be the benchmark. A 1:45.0, almost dead from Wayne. Fantastic lap there from himself, but Maverick with a 1:44.9 sets himself as the provisional pole setter. Matthias on a 1:46. Current pole sitter Mav. Excuse me. Paul Cook into third. Oh, that's Maverick saying that's enough for him. Let's see, anyone else? Everyone's about to set their laps. Really, there comes gear. Santino out there with a 1:42.9. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff there. 2 seconds quicker than Mav. Absolutely flying from Santino. Looks like Gear is back in the pack, and Mav is going to go take another run. As 419 is back in the pits. Let's see what Rico can do then. Oh, very deep into the bus stop. Squiggly, squiggly. Everybody running the soft compound tyres. And Rico P6 to the 1:46.1. So Santino out front, absolutely dominating at the moment. 419 is up to P2 with a 1:43.8. Mr. Potts with a 1:44.8 in P3. Mav now down to P4. Wayne now down to P5. On board with Rico in P6. Paul Cook in 8th. Gear in 8th. Ramon is in 9th. Kermit in 10th. And Matthias is in 11th. So 11 on track today by the looks of things. As I said, come on, get yourselves involved if you're interested in joining this. Come on down. There is another Williams livery, I believe. Or it looks very similar to what would have been the 98, 99 Williams livery? God. I'm going back in time there. Can't quite remember. I am aging a little bit, but oh, Rico going very wide there through Pouillon. No change at the top though. God, I bet the sound is great. Kermit jumps up to P3 with a 1:44.444. So all the fours for Kermit. 0.6 off the back of 419, but it's still Santino who is absolutely dominating right now. And I wonder, can anyone catch him at all? Oh, we've got a stop in front there. Looks like a, kind of looks a bit like, oh, late into the bus stop there, a bit squirrely, but it looks like he is going to make it through. Let's see, does Rico make an improvement from his 1:46.1? He does, a 1:45.9. So an a 1:45.5 from Rico, an improvement, and puts himself up into P7. On board now with Santino. Let's see if he can make any improvements. I should be actually changing some things. I need to go into my standings, and we need to be checking out right now fastest lap times, not last lap time. So we're going to hide that one. We're going to show our fastest lap time. There we go. So that is our current leaderboard. I was going to see Santino is just absolutely rapid on this track at the moment. He seems to have absolutely nailed this car and his setup. And I tell you something, his livery is looking lovely as well. Bit of black, a little bit of pink. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of the old Force Indias. A little bit. And yeah, we're going back a few years to say Force India before the big, you know, the big Lawrence Stroll takeover and then the Aston Martin changeover. And an improvement of a 1:42.8 from Santino. Is there anyone out at the moment looking to make improvements? Rico still on the track, still running those soft compound tyres. As we see, Dexter Morgan has joined us. No improvement there from Rico. Those tyres have probably seen the best of their life as well, though. So that'll be his run done for now. Let's see if we can find anyone else on track. Ramon. Let's see if we can get an improvement from Ramon on an outlap at the moment, a 2:68, so yet to set a representative time. And the very Mercedes looking livery there. Lovely looking thing. Right, so where are we? We're going to stay on board Ramon. Let's see if he can get a fast lap in. So no change at the top. Mav has jumped himself back up to P3 though with a very impressive 1:44.007. So he has James Bonded his time. There's a yellow flag ahead as well. So they'll need to be a little bit careful of that. Surprised the actual flag system is working in this one. Doesn't usually work in any of the other AC series, so nice to see. Again, looking at that front wing flexing very nicely. Again, no real improvements through the board, bit wide there through Pouon. Car really struggling under load. That front wing again flexing so hard that the level of detail is absolutely stunning, it has to be said. Be nice to actually get a little view to see if the DRS actually pops open as well. I'm pretty sure it does. Again, manual DRS for this one. The drivers are going to have to be very careful and activate the DRS at the right times. They do get notifications, but open your DRS up too early and you're going to get penalties for it. So they're going to have to be careful. 13 on track. Dexter Morgan setting an outlap of a 3:47, so he'll be looking to improve. Matthias on with that 1:59. Ramon is about to come across the line to set his first lap. Let's see what he gets in. And it is a 1:45.966 from Ramon, pushing himself up to P9. Gear staying in the pits at the moment. Paul Cook is also staying in the pits right now. We are still got 7 minutes on the clock for qualifying, so there's plenty of time left to go. On board with Matthias in that lovely Haas liveried car. Absolutely stunning, this thing. And the attention to detail on the liveries is fantastic. I do believe we are looking at the 2020 Haas livery. I could be wrong there. 2021 Haas livery. Oh no, as Matthias goes really wide there, squirrely out the bus stop into the start-finish straight. And it does make an improvement though, 1:45.747, pushing him up to P9. So, yep, he is making improvements. He is also making a little bit of a mistake there. Time still to be gained by the looks of things from Matthias, but he calls it a day on that one. Ramon is coming back out the pits. So is a provisional pole setter, Santino. 1.2 seconds ahead of 4:19, but he doesn't look satisfied, and he is going to go for another run on another set of the soft compound tyres. Oh wow, you get the absolute idea of speed watching those cars come through Eau Rouge. Up through Radion into the Camel Straight. Santino pulling aside now, pulling back out. And Ramon just letting him past. We've got Wayne just behind him as well. There's Wayne in the Jordan liveried car. As Santino moves to the side, is he going to let him pass? I don't think so. Wayne, I don't believe is an outlap, or he has made a mistake. We'll have to see. He was right behind him and now he's not. La Rafale, thank you very much for the follow, really appreciated. And thank you for joining us for the action on this Sunday evening, and a lovely Sunday evening it has been. And I hope you have had yourselves a lovely weekend indeed. And we're rounding out our weekend with some fantastic racing here in the Formula VRCs at Phoenix Sim Sport. And again, if you are interested in joining the series, you can find us through SimGrid at Phoenix, if you search Phoenix Sim Sport. Discord link is in the Twitch description below. And you can also find our content through YouTube if you also search Phoenix Sim Sport. So we are across all mediums. And after today, there will be a couple of days off from the streaming, and we'll be back again on Wednesday for the Phoenix SimSport podcast with Maverick and myself, where we do the weekly catch-up of everything that's happened in the community over the last week. And obviously moving forward into what is to come. So Rico with a 1:41.8, blistering pace from Rico to take P1. Mav still holding pretty in P3. Santino now, he's going to go try and push harder to go for P1. I'm going to see if he can make a difference as we see the Racing Bulls just pull to the side of Mr. Potts. Let's get a nice little onboard view through the halo here with Santino. The absolute difference in elevation here at Spa, which makes it a very much a driver's favourite. Oh, no lifting on Puyon, the car just sticks and grips nicely. Down the gears into fourth. If it says fifth at the bottom, it means fourth. We've got a gear extra for some strange reason on the telemetry bar at the bottom. And as you can see, he's running 0 RPMs, which I'm finding hard to believe. That's the joy of running mods. So what's it going to be like coming through Blanchimont? It should be flat, absolutely flat and easy, not a problem. Coming up to the bus stop chicane. Absolutely down the gears into seconds. Nice and early, nice and clean. Bit of a wiggle and exit from the bus stop. That'll be costing him a 10th. Let's see if he can improve. Does he? He does not improve. 1:42.5 is still for Santino. And they are running out of time to really make these laps count. Ramon pushes himself up to P9, demoting Paul Cook down to P10. And Paul has just started himself a fast lap. Rico is also coming out for one last dance. Let's see if anyone is going to be able to make any improvements and challenge Rico for pole position. We'll just have to see. We see Paul going through there. 419 is up to P3, demoting Maverick down to P4. Kermit's still in P5. Dexter Morgan is now up to P6 with a 1:44.5. Mr. Potts is in 7th, Wade in 8th, Ramon in 9th, Paul Cook is in 10th, Mattia is in 11th, Gier is in 12th, and Ignacio is 13th. So we're just going to see what Rico can do. Is he going to make an improvement on his 1:41.8 on the next lap round? We are running very much out of time here, folks. So let's see if improvements are on the cards, or if this is going to be our order for the start of the race. 34 of the finest laps. Should be, as I said, a 45 to 50 minute race with pit stops. It does seem to be a medium hard selection for a lot of the drivers come the race, so it's definitely not going to last the distance here at Spa. But overall, no real improvements from anybody up the timing board. We're getting a lot of lockups coming through into the bus stop as well. So the drivers are absolutely pushing it right now. And here we go, Rico on to start his final flying lap of the session. Let's see if he can make an improvement. Ignacio is up to P8 with a 1:44.793, so a very good time from him. Gier now being pushed down toward the back of the grid, 13th. And everybody is now pushing on a hot lap. So every single person on the track right now is on a hot lap. Apart from Mr. Potts, who seems to have stopped at the bus stop chicane. Oh, as we see Rico making a big mistake there. Oh, that's going to cause so many problems for folks' laps. And that could be it for a majority of drivers there after that mistake from Rico. It is indeed. There's many drivers are just going, that was that mistake in a very critical part of the track. 419, is he going to make an improvement? Still in third, chasing Santino at the moment. 0.2 off of the back. Well, no, 0.8 off of the back, sorry. Very nice lines there from 419. He's really pushing that car right now. There we go, up to full speed as he comes up towards Blanchimont. And it will be full throttle all the way through. Yep, absolutely, up into the braking zone for the bus stop chicane. And we are looking for an improvement of a 143.443 here from 419. Is he going to make the distance? Is he going to challenge for pole position? We shall see. He comes across the line. And there is no improvement from 419, unfortunately. And that is everybody. So Rico takes pole position here at race 2 at Spa Francorchamps, and a dominant P1 as well, 0.6 of a second ahead of Santino, who is a further 0.8 of a second ahead of 419. Then it's Maverick in P4, Kermit in 5th, Dexter Morgan in 6th, Mr. Potts in 7th, Ignacio in 8th, Wayne in 9th, Ramon in 10th, Paul Cook in 11th, Mateus in 12th, Gia in 13th. So that is your lineup, ladies and gents. And it should be a cracker. 34 laps of Spa coming right up. We do have a little bit of a time break. So, excuse me. You can tell I wasn't ready to stream tonight. Get yourselves a quick drink, folks, because any minute now we'll be coming straight back into the race. Just before we do, another shout out to our affiliate sponsors at Asetek. If you're looking for a discount on all their top of the range sim gear, head along to the store, fill up your basket, get to the checkout, and make sure you add the code Phoenix Sim Sport to get a lovely 5% off from us. So we will quickly wait, and I'm going to get myself ready by dropping a layer of shirts because it's getting awfully warm, it must be said. And I must say, if you are interested in joining our series, go ahead. You can find us through the Sim Grid. It's Phoenix Sim Sport. Again, Discord links are in the Twitch descriptions below. And we have got many series that everybody is welcome to come join us. If you want to see what we were doing yesterday, head on to YouTube. That's youtube.com/PhoenixSimSport and check out the absolutely incredible 41 car grid race that we had at here at Spa Francorchamps yesterday in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Those GT3s absolutely rallying about. It was a fantastic race, and I'm not being biased because I had a really good result myself because I raced in it. So we are getting ready for the race, ladies and gents. I throw myself back into the pits, and we are going to go on board. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Very good. So we are going to go on board with Kermit P4 to start this race. We have got a little bit of time until lights out, folks. It's going to be an incredible start to the race. I can tell these guys are going to be pushing all the way. They're going to push each other all the way. 2 minutes until lights out. And the battle for the run up a Rouge in the Camel Straight is where all the action is going to kick off here at on lap 1. But it is a long race. They said it should take us around about 45 to 50 minutes to complete. So it's not going to be won on lap 1. Now you try telling that to somebody who's extra keen and extra spicy to get some extra points tonight. It's probably not going to happen. Detail on these cars is fantastic, even down to the tyres. And talking of tyres, when we get a decent view, we should be able to see who is starting on what tyre. The majority will probably be on the mediums, switching to the hards. It does look like, from what I'm seeing here, there's a few yellow rim tyres. I think I saw somebody attempting to start on the softs there as well, so that could be a very brave strategy. We'll have to double check when we go through the pack again, but I'm pretty sure I saw a red wall there, a red tyre wall, indicating the soft tyre. So if you're unsure about Formula 1 tyre compounds, we are running 3 tyre compounds here today. We're running the soft, the red walled tyre, the mediums, which are the yellow walled tyres, and the hard compound, which are the white rimmed tyres. Basically, the softs are extremely fast, extremely sticky tyres, but they wear out extremely fast. You get plenty of grip, but you don't get it for very long. The mediums are about the middle ground. They're good for grip, they're good for length. And then you get the hards, which are not so great on pace. They take a little bit longer to warm up, but they will last you an extreme amount of time. But we are running up to lights out here, folks. 10 seconds to go. You can see the light board is up on screen now. Well, no, of course you won't, because I haven't switched back to the game. There we go. Now you'll get to see it, folks. We are on. The lights are coming out, and we are off. For some strange reason, we're starting way down the back. There's been a bit of a cuckle at the back. It looks like Ramon got caught up in some kind of incident. We've got cars all over the shop at the moment. Can we actually switch to somebody, please, game? Thank you. We've got cars all over the shop. Lots of damage up the back by the looks of things. And, yep, they're all under away. It looks like Wayne took a bad one as well. And so it looks like some of the cars may have damage. We have Matthias in the Haas. He's also struggling there at turn 1, so he'll be right down at the back. On board with Rico. Got himself a really good start then. 419 has got a great start from Santino. Santino looking to make a dive bomb here on 419. 419 just holding the line. Can he keep the pressure up? Guerra has just made his way up to P9 ahead of Ignacio. Matthias has got ahead of Maverick, so Maverick has dropped all the way down to the bottom. Let's see what's happening there. I actually need to quickly do that and get myself off the grid. That helps. I was off the grid, it was just being stupid and it's not showing me properly. So Mav is way down at the bottom of Eau Rouge. What's happened to Mav, I wonder? He is not moving. Wayne is also back into the pit lane. Have we got... Looks like we're starting again, folks. So we've got another 3-minute countdown. Which is a bit weird. We'll hopefully get an understanding of what happened there. Come the end of the race. But yeah, it looks like we had a red flag. We are starting again, so we're just going to count that as a red flag. It looked like there was a lot of accidents on the grid. So we are going to go back to the 3-minute countdown timer. So you just have to deal with me talking nonsense until the lights go out yet again. Ignacio, we're going to go on board with him to start with. P9, because it looked like there was a lot of action down this end of the grid. Just have to see what is going to go on today. Anyone got any ideas in chat? Who's going to win? Got any preferences who you'd like to win? Well, we shall see. I'm just going to move a couple of things over a couple of screens. I can tell you something. My third monitor is not being happy right now, so I'm just going to shut that off. There we go. And I'll just leave you lovely people on my second monitor. And hopefully that'll stop flickering and give me artifacts, because I don't know why it's doing that. First time that one's happened. Don't know if it's got something to do with the mod, but who knows. So yeah, minute and 25 to go before we get our second attempt at lights out. Grid will be Rico on pole. Ignore my name up at the top because clearly I'm not racing and I'm in the pits. So it'll be Rico taking pole position from Santino. 419 in third, Mav in fourth, Kermit in fifth, Dexter in sixth, Mr. Potts in seventh. Who we're on board with right now is Ignacio. He'll be eighth, Wayne in ninth, Ramon in 10th, Paul Cook in 11th, Matthias in 12th, Kier in 13th. And if Luna, I believe, is joining us, they will be starting in 14th. And of course, we're going to get an ad break before the race lights go out. You know what? Not this time. We're snoozing this one because we're going to get ourselves some lights out action before we get any kind of advertisements. Thank you very much, Twitch. We don't want the viewers missing out the good stuff, which will be the start of this race. If there's anything to go by in the last start, it's going to be chaos. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get everybody a win. We're not forced to do another red flag, but we shall see. Right. Time is ticking down. The lights should appear up on the screen any second. There we are. As the res will begin to climb. 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're going to hold. They're going to hold. We have a jump start. We have a jump start. Oh, that is not what we wanted. Kermit looks like he is jump started. Everyone looks like they've got away reasonably well. Apart from that one jump start. Everybody getting round turn 1 this time without any issues. As we see Ignacio going past Matt. Look at the speed that these guys are flying at right now. Oh, we have one into the wall ahead. That was that Dexter? Mr. Potts into the wall. Devastatingly hard at the top of Eau Rouge into the wall. And that will be major, major damage on the top of that car. Everybody barreling down the Camel Straight now as we got another car off. Is that Ramon into the barrier or is that Ignacio? We're on board with Ignacio and he's gone into the wall at the end of the Camel Straight, unfortunately. And we see Mr. Potts making his recovery right now. $14 cars on the grid. Well, 13, Luna is still in the pits. Rico then out front, followed by 419, followed by Kermit, and then followed by Dexter Morgan. Mav is right there as well. Paul Cook down in 6th, Ramon in 7th, Santino in 8th, Gear in 9th, and Matthias in 10th. Ignacio is a little bit far behind now in 11th, and Mr. Potts even further behind in 12th. And Wayne obviously having a very dull start to the race, P13. Oh, we had a spin there for Dexter. Yep. A lot of the drivers were saying that they were struggling on this. Dexter on the hards. You saw the white wall there. Right, Adobe, can you please go away? Nobody asked you. So Dexter 5.6 seconds off the pace after that. Yep, as you see there, the white stripe on those tyres indicating that he is on the hards. Matthias, and you can see on his, he has got the yellow stripe, so he is on the medium compound tyre, the faster of the two. He goes a little bit wide out of turn 1 there. And Kermit all over the back of 419 down the Camel Straight. Watch this wing flex, or maybe not. As the camera angle changes, looking to try and get out the air of 419 there, eyeing him up, giving that little bit of a mental game, letting him know he's there. And 419 is not for budging, but Kermit has got some serious pace in him. Rico stretching out front right now. And he is currently 2.5 seconds ahead after one lap as he spun. Race leader Rico is spun, and that's inherent. That's just giving 419 the lead. So a mistake there from Rico. Spinning out in no name. Oh, that'll be track limits there from Kermit, but he is pushing all over the back of 419. 419 can't really do anything about it. Round the outside goes Kermit on those medium compound tyres. And 419 running the hards then. And that sees Mav promoted to 3rd place. I wonder if Rico is going to try and get his way straight back up the grid after that one. Let's see where he is, and he is going to be angry is Rico. Let's get on board now before we get to Blanchimont on Rico. So, on the hard compound tyres as well. They will not be happy after that spin at no name. Into the bus stop chicane he goes, deep on the brakes. Let's see if he's going to drive smart or is he going to drive frustrated. We shall see. But not a great lap there from our pole sitter. Definitely not be had. Diving down the inside of Paul Cook makes that move stick. Wonderful move there from Rico up to P5. And now he's going to go chasing the back of Santino. But there is a bit of a battle going up ahead here. And it is Mav. You see him, he is now chasing 419, who's chasing Kermit. So the gap to the front, half a second. Gap further behind, 0.8 of a second. Then it's 1.4 seconds. So Kermit has got past, well, we saw him get past 419 the lap before. As we see Matthias, he's got past, and it looks like he's had an accident as well. Mr. Potts making a position. Wayne struggling at the back in that lovely Jordan liveried car. Sat there a good 14 seconds off the pace at the moment. We're going to sit with Maverick going through Pouillon. That car sticking lovely hard. The medium compound tyre for Mav. We are just going to be shifting to an ad break. And all those are subscribed to the Twitch. You'll get to hear me continue rambling on about cars for another couple of minutes. So, Mav still pushing hard. We're getting a little bit of lag here, a little bit of weirdness going on, but hopefully that doesn't kick him out. I'm going to go a little bit further back because Rico is pushing, and he is pushing hard. Paul Cook is not too far behind this, but Rico is absolutely determined to make back up the spots that he has lost after his spin on lap 1. Oh, sorry, lap 2. Let's see what he does. So Kermit is in the pits as well, so this promotes Rico up to P4. Kermit, obviously, early pit stop, might be wanting to shift off the tyres that he's on, run the hards till the end. Perhaps he's got damage as well, we're not entirely sure. But that does, as I said, promotes Rico up to P4. See what I could do about this. What? Oh my goodness, why? There we go. We'll delete that one, thank you very much. Thank you very much, stream. So back to the action. Kermit has rejoined, he is up, he's going to rejoin in P8. He's a little bit off the pace. See, these guys are absolutely flying right now. Mav going to be under pressure from Rico very shortly, but he is not exactly losing pace to the cars ahead either. But Rico on the hard compound tyre is really giving these guys out front a run for their money right now. And he's all over the back of Mav. So 419, Santino, Mav, Rico, and then Paul Cook. Really well from Paul. He's just sticking out at the back there. Welcome back to all those guys that sit there through the ad break. You are joining us with our pole sitter Rico, making his way back up the pack after his lap 2 mistake at No Name. And he is definitely making a comeback all over the back of Mav. Looks for a dive down the inside on the hard compound tower against the medium of Mavs. And it looks like he has made it stick. He has indeed. And up into P3. Back on the podium then for Rico. But Mav's not going to let that one slip. Here we go. DRS open for both cars. Look at the pace of that car. Absolutely madness. Scenes they say. But that is looking really good. We're going to go a bit further down the grid now because it looks like Matthias is in the pit. So it does look like we've got a lot of damage control from these guys. Gear and Kermit. Kermit making places back up. So he's now up to P7. And he is on the medium compound tyre. So he has done a switch. As is Matthias. So we do have some early tyre changes from hards to mediums. Now again, you can't run back-to-back tyre compounds, so it's not like you can run medium, medium, or hard, hard. You've got to interchange, so if you start on the hards, you've got to finish on the mediums. Start on the mediums, you've got to finish on the hards. Unless you want to be really brave and change up the strategy and use softs at any point in between. Rico now up to P2, so 419's had a mistake somewhere. I've seen him drop from the lead and now into the clutches of Mav, which is letting Santino and Rico jump ahead. As you see Mav looking down to make a move on 419. I'd like to know he's made a mistake very deep there. Will Mav get him on the cutback? Medium tyres against the hards again. DRS wide open. Mav goes for a run up the outside, and just it looks like 419 just cannot seem to get the grip as he's coming out the corner. And that promotes Mav back up to the podium. So 419 slowly going backwards at the moment, wondering what's going on with him. Has he got some technical issues? Does he have damage? Or is he just starting to really notice struggle on those hard compound tyres? So great run from Mav up to P3. Let's go a bit further down. Looking back from Dexter, you can see Kermit up Eau Rouge. And Kermit closing on the back of Dexter. Probably won't be long till he catches. Wasn't within a second, so you notice the DRS was not open because he was not within a second at the activation zone. So he will not get that extra boost of speeds, about 19 kilometers an hour down the straight, which makes all the difference here at Spa. It's got long straights. Yep, unfortunately not able to make anything of that. Gap to the front is now 0.5 of a second. Rico really putting pressure on the back of Santino. I wonder how long he can last out front. We've just gone 10 minutes into this race, and it is looking action-packed. Ignacio, he is in P12. He is just pitted as well. 5 laps on his tyres. And he has switched to a brand new set himself. So maybe looking to run to the end of the race. We shall see as we see Kermit round the outside of Dexter. Easy move before you even get to Blanchimont. And off he goes. Rico setting the fastest lap with a 1.50 as... oh... Dexter going very late into the bus stop, battling with Kermit hard there. That was a very late move by Dexter. DRS wide open though for Kermit. He's going to have the inside line here. And there's a... oh, big collision, big collision. He did move right across the front of Dexter though. Under braking. That was a bit of a naughty one from Kermit, it has to be said. That's great stuff. I was about to say I wanted to get to this battle and it looked like Santino had made a mistake and Rico reclaiming the lead then. So it looked like a little mistake there from Santino. That's cost him the lead. And Rico already looking to stretch his legs and jump off into the lead. Mav still staying there. He's holding on. P3 and 419 in P4. So your top 4 staying close. We saw Mav running very deep through Pouillon there. That's it. Santino really pushing that car to its limits right now to stay behind Rico. And he's going to have the DRX if he keeps close to him next time he has it available. So he really just wants to stay as close as he can through the bus stop, through turn 1. And then hopefully, if he's close enough, use DRS to his advantage down the Camel Straight to get past. 419 making a mistake somewhere behind there. He's dropped right off the back of Mav. As we're seeing a switch at the bus stop is this. Rico playing smart, letting Santino through on the DRS line to get him back through the Camel Straight. We will see. Is this some smart driving from Rico, knowing that if it was the other way around and Santino was behind him at the DRS line, he would have been vulnerable down the Camel Straight and then for the rest of the lap. But since he's done the switchback, allowing Santino into the lead, it's now Rico that's got the advantage. He's going to have the DRS. What a move coming up Eau Rouge round the outside before he's even got the DRS open. And there he goes. And don't discount Mav. He's still there. And his DRS wide open as well as Rico takes the lead again. Santino down 2 second. Mav a bit of a lock up there in 3rd and 419 down into 4th as we see Paul Cook is pitted down in P9, now P8. I swear Adobe needs to go disappear at the moment. Nobody cares about you. Dexter Morgan, this is what we're here for, not you Adobe. P5 at the moment, a little bit off the pace. 14 seconds to him in 419, the lead pack ahead. And he is yet to pit. Kermit 4 seconds behind, has pitted. Mr. Potts the 7th hasn't pitted. So the 4 that have pitted, 5 I think have pitted so far. Yep. Are Kermit lap 4. Paul Cook and Gear both pitting on lap 8. And Ignacio P6. Matthias is just pitted as well again for the 2nd time. So P13, he's pitted twice. 3 laps managed on his first set, 2 laps on his second, so he is struggling by the sounds of things. Not having a very good race is Matthias. So yep, Kermit is slowly catching. And Paul Cook all over the back of Ramon as well. He's now within DRS range, just. And Santino almost falling out of DRS range to the leader, Rico, right now. Maverick is definitely fallen out of DRS range to Santino. And that seems to be that. The only ones that are in DRS of anyone right now is Paul Cook that we're on board with, and Santino on the leader, Rico. Everyone else is outside of DRS range. See some big lockups there. And Paul Cook hounding right now. He is hounding all over the back of Ramon. Ramon is yet to pit. Paul on a set of brand new rubber. As you see, others are boxing as well. It was Gia. Yep, Gia in the pits. Kermit is now leaving the pits. He's boxed twice as well now, so Kermit having issues. 3 laps on his first set, 5 laps on the second. And back in the pits for him. Paul Cook, 0.3 of a second. DRS up the camel straight. He's going to go round Ramon. Easily done before the braking zone. And a bit squirrely though. But he's made it stick. And up to P6 for Mr. Cook. That's a lovely little manoeuvre there on Ramon. And again, may have been for position, but he has the advantage. He is now the highest running pitter of the race. So Paul in a very, very good position right now to grab himself some tidy points from this. Gonna go a bit further down now. Wayne on his recovery drive by the looks of things. A horrid start to the race for Wayne. Yet to pit, down in P11. All those around him have pitted as well, so this goes very wide through Pouillon. Excuse me, my voice is still gone from yesterday. So I'm struggling a little bit with the voice. But yeah, Wayne not having a fantastic race right now. Struggling a little bit in that gorgeous liveried car. Big hats off. A replica of the 1998 Jordan. With the infamous Buzzing and Hornets logo. Which was obviously a substitute for a certain cigarette brand back in the day. I'm sure if you're old enough, you will definitely remember what I'm talking about. Mr. Potts has pit in for a set of tyres. That sees Kermit promoted. Ignacio then P12 catching Wayne, but has the advantage of having already stopped late into the bus stop. Double late into the bus stop. Rico looks like he's made another mistake. The lead has swapped with Santino now up into the lead. So it's all kicking off up the front. We definitely want to give these guys down the back just a little bit of screen time. And anyone else? Looks like Mr. Potts is in the pits. Yep, there he goes. He is on his way. Brand new set of medium tyres for Mr. Potts. And oh no! That is a... Who was that in the pit? In the wall? Was that Paul? Come on, camera, do your thing. There you go, it is Paul, and Paul's beached! No, Paul is beached! This is a yellow flag scenario if I ever did see one. Paul stuck in the gravel trap. So unfortunate. He had the luck of being the only one around him that had pitted. And stuck in the gravel trap. That is just, yeah, he's returned to the garage to go again, but that is unfortunate. And that sees him thump down a load of made positions. Santino with a bit of pace now. He's gapping Rico a little bit. Gap now 0.8 seconds, but all yet to pit. Highest runner of the pitters right now is Mav, just coming out the pits in P3. Now P4 as Dexter takes the place. Though it could be a little bit spicy down there, I have to admit. Dexter not too far off the back of Mav. Will he have DRS come up here? Is he close enough for it? I don't think so. Just outside of DRS. As we see Matthias, who is a back marker, is actually all the way up the back of Dexter right now. And he's going to try and unlap himself. He does. And he instead runs himself very deep and goes off. does Matthias. So he looked like he was trying to unlap himself, got to the end of the camel straight, outbraked himself, and is unfortunately ended up in the wall and the gravel trap as well. So that is another car, the Haas, in the gravel, out of the race by the looks of things, under yellow flags. We're going to have cautions up there. The drivers are going to have to take care. Oh, he's kept the engine running, he has, and off he goes. Really having a rough race is Matthias right now, unfortunately. It's a shame to see, but he did keep the car running, and off he goes again. It looks like Mr. Potts has retired, unfortunately. Leaving 12 left on the track. Kier holding steady, has pitted, and currently sitting in P8. I tell you what, it is Mav at the moment who is on for a very good one. Highest sap of the pitters, 10 laps on his tyres, same with Wayne. And Mav looking like he could be in for a solid haul of points. It's just all down to whenever Santino, Rico and 419 hit the pits. And that battle up at the top looks like it's going to get very spicy very quickly. Let me see if I can get myself right up to the top. Oh, indeed, on board with Rico then, chasing Santino for the lead as we're coming up to No Name. It's a corner that Rico has had issues with this track already, during the race anyway. Into Pouillon. And the cars are absolutely planted around here. Track limits again. Cars running a little bit wide on those lines. That may get reviewed at some point or another, we'll have to see. Excuse me, there was definitely something caught in my throat. But we're going to keep on carrying on. We've got plenty of racing left to go here. 0.5 is the gap to Santino ahead. Both these drivers tit for tatting for first place at the moment. 419 is a little bit further behind. He's 10 seconds, almost 11 seconds off this battle. With Mav now sitting comfortably, P4, 12 seconds off the back of 419, but has the advantage of already pitting into the bus stop chicane. Go with the leaders. A bit of lock up, a little bit of tyre smoke there. See Rico breaking traction as he sticks the loud pedal down to the floor. He is squirreling it here. I think, yep, he was just within a second of the DRS line there on Santino, though he may not have. We'll have to double check coming across here. Is the DRS line, is the DRS going to open? No, he did not. Maverick setting the fastest lap. Brand new set of tyres, and Mav is absolutely going. Would like to see a little bit of Kermit? We can absolutely show you some Kermit. That would not be a problem, my friends. Come on, game. There we go. On board with Kermit. He's doing himself pretty good at the moment. 2 pit stops. He does have gear up his gearbox. Dexter in the pits though as well right now, as with Ramon. So Kermit up to P5 despite 2 pit stops. Let's see if he can make himself any further up the grid order. Chasing at the moment behind Paul Cook, who is just ahead. So he is behind lapped cars, but he is unfortunately a massive gap behind Maverick. Almost 30 seconds behind P4 right now. Wayne dropping down some places as well. Oh, we saw Mr. Cook there with a bit of a wobble under blue flags. Gets out the way of Kermit though, and allows Kermit to just get away and do his own thing. He is gapping gear quite nicely, it has to be said. So fantastic run there from Kermit. I was about to say what happened to the cars. It's all in quiet, but there they are. Excuse me. Santino is in the pits. 419 is in the pits. Rico still out running. So race leader trying to go out for another lap. Kermit now at the moment. We'll follow him up until the end of this lap, because we're going to get some spicy racing up front, because Mav is all up the back of Santino. And Mav has got some sheer pace on him right now. So through Blanchimont up to the bus stop. Bit of a lock up of that front right. In the left. And across the line. So yep, some great running there. Now can we get further up the grid so we can see what's going on here. So Mav 3.3 seconds off the back of Santino, but does promote himself up to P3. And as you can see, Mav taking the brave option onto the red-walled soft compound tyres. So all different strategies being said, and Mav thinks he can get to the end of this race on the softs while banging in some hot lap times. Fastest lap currently is Mav with 1:44.847. Let's see if he can keep it up. Let's see what tyres Santino's on. Medium compound tyres for Santino. What about 419? Medium tyres as well. So it looks like everyone's running the mediums and hards apart from Maverick. So it looks like Ignacio has also retired. And Rico in the pits. Out the pits. Medium compound tyres for the race leader. And is he going to get out ahead of Santino? Santino must have had an absolute flying lap because he's somehow got ahead of Rico. And he is miles ahead of Rico right now. I don't think Mav's too far behind this one as well. Not too far. You can see the race leaders. But he has dropped off quite far back. Kermit doing his own thing in P5. Still has got gear for company. But the gap isn't all that close. We're going to have a little look down here at Dexter Morgan, please. There we go. Not too far off the back of gear at the moment as well. Kermit is pulling a gap on gear and P5 there. So Kermit got some pace on him here in the second part of the race. And he's doing himself pretty darn good. Welcome back. Well, we're still on the break. Still on the break. So let's see, where are we right now? No changes on the grid. Dexter staying to around about a second behind gear at the moment. Down the Kimmel Straight we go once again. Not much slipstream to be broken, but no DRS either for Dexter. Wasn't quite close enough to gear that time round. Has Rico made him another mistake? I think he has. Is Rico out? Something's happened to our pole sitter. Where is he? Come on, camera, do your thing. Please. Where's our leader? I want to see him. He's pitted. Again, so he's had an accident, I think. Yeah, it looks like Rico's had an accident somewhere. Because he did 14 laps on that set of tyres. He'd only done 2 laps on the new set and he's back in the pits. So, Rico with something bad going on there. Yeah, love the level of detail. You can see the tape that covers the seam there on the engine cover. But yeah, Rico's had a mistake and it sees him drop from P2 all the way down to P9. And this means Mav up to the second step of the podium and 419 inheriting third place on the podium. So, Rico will be kicking himself on that one. Because we are running out of time here in this race, ladies and gents, to get results. Kermit, that means he is promoted up to 4th place right now. So 1 off the podium, but he is 19 seconds behind 419. So unless 419 makes a mistake, there's going to be a long way for Kermit to go. But a solid race from Kermit so far. I just need to move that out of the way because that's triggering my OCD like nothing on earth. Here we go. Right. Any further battles on stream? No. Mav is dropping off the back of Santino. So Santino has found pace. You can tell with that lap time at 1:43.5. 1.3 seconds quicker than Mav's fastest time. And Mav's on the soft. So Santino definitely finding pace on those mediums. This Matthias comes into the pits yet again for another change of tyres. And he is on to the mediums. Mr. Cook right now, and in amongst the leaders. He's just been lapped by Gear, and he has Dexter catching him behind. But we want to have a little look at Kermit right now. 6 seconds to Gear behind him, 20 seconds to 419 ahead. But it's still a very solid looking P4 right now for Kermit. He just needs to make it to the end, and he's going to get himself a very tidy looking result. It looks like Mav's made a mistake. Can we get a little on board with Mav, please? Yeah. Is Mav in the pits? Mav's pitted again. Maybe those soft tyres didn't last. So he's had to pit for a second time. What tyres he come out of on this time? He's going too fast for me to check there. Come on, let me know, let me know. Sidewall, sidewall, sidewall. I think he's on another set of soft compound tyres. So he got 6 laps on his first set. Maybe he's thinking he's got just enough time to get another run on. So it does look like that Mav is on the soft compound tyre. He is indeed. So Mav having to pit a second time, which then promotes 419 to P2. And it puts Kermit within a good shout of a podium. He's only 11 seconds behind now. So that's put him into play, but then this should see Mav going pretty quick for sure. Unfortunate that Rico's now down in 9th position. He's going to be struggling to get any decent result out of that now with the limited time left on the clock. Still 5 laps. We're on 5 laps to go here at Spa Francorchamps. This is round 2 of the Formula VRC's Phoenix Sim Sport. And again, if you're interested in joining this series, if you're wanting to put your car on the grid, if you think you've got the skills to beat these guys, head on down, find us through SimGrid at Phoenix Sim Sport. You can also find the Discord details below here as well. And we have run multiple series, guys and gals, so if you're interested not only in Formula VRC but Tatus, MX5s, V8 Supercars, IndyCars, TCRs, ACC and LMU, then this is the place for you to check out. Mav is closing very quickly on the back of 419, gap down now to 8 seconds, but he is running out of time majorly. 4 laps left to go. As we see Gear and Dexter are swapping places a little further back down the order. Coming through the bus stop there, it looks like Dexter has got the upper hand on Gear and he's pulling away from him. Kermit solidly sitting there in P4, very nice of him. And that will be probably a very good result in his books for sure. Lots of gaps now out on track. The field spread is real. Love the flex of that front wing as it accelerates and decelerates. A wonderful amount of details. Mav is closing, and he's closing at quite a rapid rate of knots. Wayne's up to P7, so after a pretty dodgy start, he is making places back up on those hard compound tyres. They will see him to the end quite nicely. So the 2 retirements from this race, Ignacio and Mr. Potts, unfortunately did not make it, lap 10 and lap 12 respectively. Matthias is still going on though. He's a lap down, but sitting in P11. And still on for a good solid chunk of points. So Mav's brought the gap down to 8 seconds between him and 419. But that clock is fast timing down. The laps are running out. Can Mav mount a last minute challenge and catch the back of 419 and pass him? We'll see. But it is looking highly doubtful after making that second pit stop for a second set of soft compound tyres. Gaps are very much nicely spread around this field right now. Let's get a nice onboard of Gear as he comes through Rouge, or goes down Rouge. And top of Radion into the Camel Straight. Is he going to break here? So Dexter doing a pretty good job as well. P5, he's just been solid this run. Mav's brought that gap down to almost 6 seconds. He is on an absolute charge right now. Does he have a chance of catching and passing 419 by the end of the race? Who knows, but we will see. Santino then, 3 laps left to go on the minimap. He has just gone up Eau Rouge through Radion and onto the Kemmel Straight right now and is on to the tail of the back marker, Matthias. So it won't be long till he is out the way and lapped. We are very much drawing to a close in this race right now. Gap from P2 to P3 now down to under 6 seconds. Can Mav close that gap before the checkered flag? He's going to have to pull off some miracle to do so, but anything is possible. Dexter with a little bit of a squirm out there, having to adjust the steering, having to just keep the car under control. But he's doing well. P5 for Dexter. Kermit, though, doing his own thing. He is 16 seconds off the back of Mav, but is carrying a very healthy 4.6 seconds ahead of Dexter, and that was with a second pit stop. So if I did mention at the start of the race that somebody had started on soft tyres. I'm just going to assume for the 3 lap stint that he did and where he is on track now, Kermit was the soft compound starter. But we can only assume. I don't exactly know. Mav is bringing the gap down still, but it isn't enough, I don't think. 2 laps left. This is it. This lap and then the next one. And it will be the race done. Mav is definitely not going to catch 419 in time, so 419 is looking like. Rico had a couple of mistakes. He pitted for, as you can probably tell by the tyre diagram there, Shinzo. He pitted lap 14, the end of lap 14, new set of tyres. And then by the looks of things, he's had a really big mistake. He's came in to get another set of tyres, and that just put him well down the order. He was running P1 for quite a while. Lap 2, he had a spin at no name, which put him down to P4. He came back from that, took the lead again, and was nice and strong. But yeah, looks like he had quite a bad one after his pit stop, and that's cost him the race, unfortunately. Santino, however, who we're on board with, solid running so far. He hasn't really done a thing wrong all this race. He's kept his head down and he's just cracked on with it. And a fantastic performance. 419, half a minute behind. And Maverick closing that gap, 4.6 seconds. However, is he going to have enough time to catch it? I don't think so, because we're about to start the last lap. And we're going to stay on board with Santino for this one. Well, momentarily. We'll just quickly go through the field and see how everyone's getting on. Yeah, you're right, Shinzo. It's very good to see the pair of them on the podium. So I'm going to go try back through the order. So there's 419. Mav is right behind him, but it's not close enough. He's not going to get it done. Nope. As we see 419 going through Blanchimont, full speed, up to the bus stop. And I don't think Mav has got the boots to pull 3.6 seconds on 419 as Kermit goes very wide there. He almost got commentator cursed. Apologies for that one. We don't want that. Not on the with a lap to go. So Kermit in 4th. Dexter is closing the gap though on Kermit at an absolute grand rate of knots. So Dexter finding some pace late on in the race right now. A little bit wide there coming out the bus stop. And that's going to give Kermit that little bit of boost he needs. He's not going to be in DRS range for the Kemmel Straight is Dexter. He's going to be just outside by the looks of things, maybe. Oh, he might have been. I think he might have just made an absolute stunning move into turn 1 and caught that gap right up on Kermit. This would give Dexter DRS. All the way down the Kemmel Straight. huge, almost 20 kilometers an hour advantage. But that gap is just a little bit too big for Dexter to come down. I want to get back to our leader though. Come on, camera, don't do this to me. Here we go. Through the bus stop. And it has been absolutely solid from start to finish from Santino. Race 2 winner here at the Formula VRCs at Phoenix Sim Sport, and what a run it was. 419 is going to see himself P2. We're going to stick with him. But look at this, Mav's all over the back of him. 1.3 seconds, 2 seconds gained in the last lap by Mav. Is he going to push it all the way through Blanchimont? Has he got the grip on those soft tyres? Is he going to make a move to the bus stop? 1 second to go. I think the gap is just a little bit too much. Big lock up there from Mav. But he's going to be right on the tail of 419. Coming across the line, 419 takes second place. Mav takes third place. What a run from those two. Gonna follow on board with Kermit. He's got Dexter right behind him. Is it going to be a lunge to the bus stop? They go through Blanchimont up to the bus stop. Dexter looks down the inside, makes a huge dive on the inside, leaves it really late though, and Kermit's going to get the switch back. Dexter making a huge mistake there into the bus stop. He's going to have any acceleration out the final corner. He's not, and it looks like Kermit's going to hold on to P4. He does. Kermit holds on to P4, Dexter P5, Wayne looks like he's going to have P6 in that gorgeous Jordan liveried car. Again, that takes me back to when I was a young lad for sure. Round the bus stop for Wayne, and it will be P6 for Wayne in the Jordan. And then we're going to have Ramon is going to pick up P7. He is indeed. And gear all over the gearbox of Ramon. Is he going to have a drive on the outside? He is not. Rico is going to have P9 after obviously some mistakes. Unfortunately. Oh, we're going to ignore that. And Rico, yeah, not having a great race at all. And it looks like Matthias, are we going to have any other finishers? I don't think so. So that was that, folks. Santino with an absolutely blinding race. P1 for him. 419 takes P2. Mav on P3. So a wonderful set of results from the boys there. Great racing. Huge misfortune and unlucky for Rico. P9 finish from our pole sitter. He led for a good majority of the race. He's obviously had an accident somewhere off camera, and that has just tumbled him down the order, unfortunately. But yeah, for my first run here at the Formula VRCs, I must admit, I am extremely, extremely impressed. But we are just going to go switch ourselves a little bit over, because we are going to bring in, and what I'm going to believe are to be some extremely happy chappies into the comms box. If you just bear with me just a quickie second. We will bring in, to start off things, we are going to drop in. I've caught him while he was chatting to someone else. Hello, Mav. You're not used to it.
How dare I?
How dare you? Hello. So I'm just going to put this way. That was my first VRC. That was incredible. The level of detail on these cars is amazing. Sorry, I just had a little bit of happy moment watching those wings flex. That made me a happy man.
Oh, I know. Yeah, if we could, bust the fourth wall here for a moment and just talk about how well these guys have done with the VRC mod. It is truly awesome. You know, the detail of absolutely everything. Everything flexes on the car as it should do. You know, the battery is so well done. There's plank wear. You know, genuinely, the guys over at VRC have done a wonderful job with this mod.
It looks fantastic. You had yourself a fantastic little race there, Mav, by the looks of things. It's not often I get to shout at you when you're on the podium, but a strange strategy from yourself. That was hard to softs.
That was a bit of a Ferrari strategy, unfortunately. Yeah, because of the red flag, we did have C3s to C2s set, so a medium hard strategy. But due to the red flag, it reset to my original, what I was going to try strategy of a medium soft, which just was not the strategy there today. A medium hard definitely was the strategy. Or maybe if we had a boxed earlier, maybe the two-stop would have worked. Because, I was certainly quicker than HE at the end. You know, you saw the gap was just falling. But, Yeah, it just wasn't the strategy there today, but I'll take a podium. It's a bit of a lucky podium because Rico, unfortunately, with the issue with the track, put him a lap back. So, yeah, today, a bit of a lucky one, but hey, we'll take the points.
Yeah, we're going to say we missed it off camera. We noticed Rico was obviously up in the lead, and then something had happened just after his second pit stop. Do you know any more details about that at the moment, what happened to him? Because he was kind of dominant at that point.
Yeah, he was. He had great pace there today, and probably would have been set to win. But unfortunately, it was an issue with the surfaces on the track, and the car just fell through, which automatically warps you to the pits, and then puts you a lot down. So yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. When it comes to mods, it happens from time to time.
It does indeed, but yeah, a fantastic result from you. Looking forward to next week. Do you think you just keep on going with this, build yourself a championship challenge here at Formula VRC?
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to next week. It's going to be an interesting one. It is Watkins Glen, which is not on the F1 calendar, but we're going to try it out. It's a beautiful circuit. It's going to be really, really different, and adaptability, I think, is going to be the key there. So yeah, let's see how we go.
Absolutely agree, and I would love to see Watkins Glen on the F1 calendar. To be honest, I'd rather have that than Miami and Las Vegas. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a commentator.
Exactly.
But yeah, congratulations on that one, Mav. Looking forward to seeing you next week, and we will crack on now. I'm going to bring up, I believe, Dexter. I'm going to bring him up into the comments box in just a second. There we go, and there is the man himself. Hello, Dexter. How are we doing? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing kind of good. I expected more from myself this race, but I skipped practice because I didn't check out the correct times. So, yeah, kind of disappointed. But gotta be happy with P5. I mean, that's an improvement from Silverstone. And certainly the mistake at the start of the race costed me 2 positions. I don't know if I was being spectated on camera, but I was like P4 and spun because like the guy in front of me was third, was going very slow through the corner before the long straight before the bus stop, straight through the long turns before the bus stop. So I had to accelerate in that corner. I think I don't usually do. And I spun, so that clearly costed me a lot. Even though I had DRS, could have done something more. I think I could have done P3, P4. I was in the pace with the mediums and the hards. But yeah, a few mistakes. Just always the being focused, don't do mistakes. It's costing me a lot usually. So yeah.
Yeah, it looked
sad, but understandable.
Yeah, it looked like you had some good pace there, especially through the race. Unfortunately, you had that accident. Yet you look like you're going to have a real good battle with Kermit there at the end for P4. You had that absolutely massive lunge into the bus stop. That was audacious to say the least, but it didn't quite work out for you. You ran a little bit wide, and still P5 you can't complain about.
Yeah, wait, were you spectating me after the checkered flag?
Yes.
Because I was so mad I ran into him after the checkered flag.
We noticed. We noticed, don't worry.
I forgot that was the last lap. I forgot completely. And I had the battery full, the last like fast corners, and I said, fuck, dumped all the battery, like did that mega late break. Didn't work. Luckily I didn't crash into him. That would have been very bad. But yeah, all over, nice racing, did a nice few battles, and yeah, it was a nice race.
Excellent. Watkins Glen next week. Looking confident for that one. Looking forward to it.
What is next week?
Watkins Glen, I believe, according to Mav.
Which one?
Watkins Glen.
American.
Watkins Glen?
Yes.
Yes.
For F1?
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
I can hear the confusion going in his head. Going, oh,
yes.
That's never a good sign when somebody goes, "What's that track?" Like, oh, okay, next week's gonna be interesting. Don't forget to practice this week, then, Dexter.
Yes, definitely practice.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I practiced all week for this. I couldn't get below 43. That's a shame. I mean, he did 42 something in the quali, the V1, and I just was disappointed. I mean, I trained a whole week for that.
It happens. Trust me, it happens.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. You train all week and it just doesn't work. But you know, you still got P5. You still got a load of good points on the board, and we've now just made you worry because we're going to a track you've never heard of before. So yeah, this looks like it could be.
Teams blend.
This could be a very.
I'm looking at it right now on Google. Just Googled it right now. What is this truck?
You will find out, that's for sure. We are going to have to quickly move on, however, but I do appreciate that you spent the time with us having a quick chat there, Dexter, and I do hope that you have a very good run-in for next week on a track that you have no idea about. But we'll move on to a result I never thought I'd actually say in my Phoenix career. We're going to move on to 419 and a P2. Welcome to the comms box.
Thank you, but next week is actually Bahrain. The week after is Watkins Glen. So
Mav, you're a liar.
Okay, yeah, I am a liar. Apologies. So I stand corrected.
you have to wait one more week
You have to wait one more week before Watkins Glen. Okay.
There you go. Now you've got a heads up of a heads up.
Is actually gonna be like the day before Watkins Glen is gonna be my birthday. Can't wait for that.
Awesome stuff. But yes, we'll quickly jump on this one because Twitch is going to scream at me for ads, and I've ran out of snoozes. So I need to be quick on this one. So 419, it was a wonderful start from you. It looked like it was a bit of a back and forth with Mav. Mav looked like he'd done, as he admitted, he did the ultimate Ferrari plan A to Z strategy, and it didn't quite work out. He was catching at the end. How was the pressure, and how does it feel to step onto the second top spot on the podium?
I was glad I was able to lead for one lap before Santino, I forgot his name, easily passed me on the straight. But after that, I'm sorry for Rico, who disappeared through the gravel that promoted me and Mav both onto the podium. So I know a podium was for sure already because P4 was like half a minute behind. But then, of course, Mav did the mistake of after the red flag, he forgot to change the strategy. I think if we actually put on hards, it would be a really close battle to the line because I wouldn't have saved my mediums as I did when he did the two-stop because I was completely saving them for the final 3 laps just for the final lap to basically push. So, yeah, either way, it would have been close. But this is a very interesting way to take a second place, I guess, at the end of the day.
It looked like you were very confident round the track, though. You really kind of kept every single lap constant, committed, consistent.
No, that's a lie. I had a half spin at Lake Com, I had a half spin at Port Verheer, I had a half spin at Poohon, so and a half spin at bus stop, of course. I think 2 half spins at bus stop, so there were 5 half spins, but I managed to save all of them somehow. So that's how I didn't die. If you get what I mean.
I never saw you. I never cursed you. It wasn't my fault. So, yeah, it wasn't me this time. May have done somebody today. In fact, I did. 2 people I cursed today again. And this is what happens when you make me commentate on my days off. People get cursed. This is the problem.
Yeah.
I missed my McDonald's and now I'm working on a Sunday. Y'all get cursed. End of story. But yeah, a fantastic race. It was great to follow you in the battle at the end. I was getting all excited because at one point the gap was like 6.3 seconds. I looked away to check on the lead. I come back and it's like literally 1.2. Like, what on earth happened? But yeah, a battle would have been great to see you two have at the end. P2, you can't complain about that. We're going to Bahrain next week, not Watkins Glen. What's your thoughts on that track? Confident? Not confident?
I love Bahrain, but I will be very tired because next week we have F1 and I would be rushing through the post-race interviews to come here, so it might not go well because my concentration levels would not be as high as today. That's for sure.
Well, we're going to look forward to either way, it has to be said. But it was for my first time watching these cars go around the track. It was absolutely fantastic. Peterino, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Yeah, that was amazing for me. I've never seen these cars go around the track. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And Mav, I might be back for this one, to be honest with you.
Oh, yes.
I had a lot of fun
Wonderful.
today. So
Excellent.
here we go, Mr. 7 days a week. Right, yeah. So, folks, as I said, if you're interested in joining this series, go hit up. All our details are through SimGrid as well. Just search Phoenix Sim Sport. All the details for the Discord are in the Twitch below as well. We've got multiple series. We'd love to see more of you guys on the grid for the Formula VRCs as well. We are going to call it a night there because Twitch is about to hound me for something. And we will be back on Wednesday for the Phoenix podcast with myself and the lovely Mav.
We've got so much to talk about.
Oh, it's been a busy week. This could be a 2.5-hour podcast this week, mate.
I think, yeah. I think they're going to get longer every week.
I think so. We might as well just stay live 24/7.
I'm up for that.
I don't have enough. Oh, wait. Rogue Energies, they'll keep us going. Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, cheeky drop. Right, folks, but on that note, Twitch is about to bombard me. It's been a pleasure hosting this for you tonight, and it's been even more so having you all with us. Thanks you so much for the support, all of the follows this evening, and everyone who tuned in. Love yous loads, and we will be back on Wednesday for the podcast. And until then, from me and the entire team here at Phoenix, thank you very much, and have yourselves a great night.
Bonne nuit.
Bye bye.